Art is hard. Okay, that's how we're going with this. Art is hard, and reasonably so, and that's why I'm here to help you out. After years of experimenting and drawing and doodling my life away, I found these 4 really helpful tips, and I'm here to spill the tea. And obviously, this is for digital artists only. So, ever caught yourself sketching on a half-torn piece of paper and somehow you create an absolute masterpiece? Like it's even better than anything you've ever drawn before, but then you try and replicate it, and it just doesn't look right. If you relate to this, then congratulations, you're part of the select few that absolutely hates themselves. Lucky for you, I found a way to work around this. Before anything else, I'd love to introduce you to Skillshare, the sponsor of today's video. Skillshare is the most helpful platform for any beginner artist or anyone who is willing to learn anything new but doesn't know how to. It's one of the biggest online learning platforms there is, with thousands of creative classes to offer. It spans from animation to photography and typography and so much more. And these classes are all taught by industry experts, so you know the information you're getting is real and legit. I've been looking up a bunch of tutorials on 3D modeling, and Skillshare just has so many videos on the topic. It really helps. I'm taking this one by 3D Tutor, and it's just really good, and it's helped me a lot. The good thing about these online classes is that they're pre-recorded for you. So that means you can open these lessons at any time without missing out. If you think that's pretty cool, the first 500 people to click the link in the description, or whoever scans this QR code, will get a free trial of Skillshare for 1 whole month. So guys, don't miss out on this awesome opportunity. What I like to do is take a photo of it and import it to Ibis Paint, and then press on extract line. Then you can play with the modules. If you want to make your life easier, make sure there aren't any shadows in the picture you're taking. You need to play around with the sliders and make sure the background is all white while the sketch or line art you're planning to use is all black. After that, you have your very cool, awesome drawing imported on Ibis Paint. This also removes the white background from the paper. Like, look at it, it's completely gone. This is perfect if you want to use any other art programs. You can just export it as a transparent PNG and just draw over there. You've just about finished your line art, and you're feeling pretty good about it. You know what? Let's just turn off the sketch layer and see how clean it looks so far. And boom, realization hits. You drew on the wrong layer this entire time. Don't panic, I got you. Again, all you really need to do is go to filters and extract the line. This should work with any kind of sketch color, whether gray or red, yellow, whatever you use. But really, you can just avoid this entirely if you just put your sketch layer on low opacity, like 50%, and just draw on that instead. That way, whenever you try and do line art on the wrong layer, you'll know. Anyways, if you're still watching, comment down your favorite anime. Mine is Toilet Bound Hanako-kun, or Dun 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 at the moment. Anyone into that? I don't know. Anyways, comment your favorites. I wanna know. I am a sole believer that references are an artist's best friend. At least for me, I can't draw without a reference. Therefore, you need to know how to find and make good references. I think most of us can agree that Pinterest is the best place to find references. Like, look at all this art. Of course, a reference is only good if you understand how to extrapolate from it. But I've already covered it in a previous video, so you can go check that out. What if you can't find a reference for a specific pose? Then what do you do then? Well, what I like to do is do something called photo bashing, where you basically Frankenstein references all together until you get something like this. Yeah. So yeah, you're kind of repurposing those different references and making a new one for yourself. It does require you to collect a bunch of references, but it is worth it. If you don't want to fill up your gallery and destroy your phone for the amount of photo bashing you're about to do, then maybe you should get this app called Easy Pose. It's a free app and it lets you select a few of their free models and you can move them around and adjust them all you want, which is perfect, better than photo bashing. You can really get creative with your references. For example, maybe you want to render pink magenta skin, but you don't know how to because the color is weird. No one's really rendered pink skin before. So what I like to do is take a reference with the kind of skin rendering I want to achieve, and then shift the hue, adjust the colors until it's like the pink color you want to render. And boom, now you have a reference that's perfect for you. And you can even sharpen the contrast in certain references just to highlight certain shadows, so you can identify them much better. Like, look at this, now you can see the proper planes of the face. Sometimes making collages or mood boards of your references really help because it just slaps all those references into one singular page for you to see. It lets you zoom out and observe the bigger picture of what you actually want to draw. A good reference makes a good drawing, and knowing how to make them is even better. Sometimes you're just halfway through a drawing. Then you're suddenly mid-realization that this drawing looks absolutely terrible, like what are these colors, and you just want to give up, but don't give up just yet. I think a lot of us can relate to this kind of situation. I know I can, because it happens to me a lot more than you think. But before you throw in the towel and throw this artwork into the dumps, there's a few things you can do to save your drawing. This is what I do when I think the colors look weird on a certain artwork I'm working on. First of all, you need to save your drawing as a JPEG or PNG, up to you, and then import it into the same canvas. And then all you need to do is modify the colors. Hue shifts, whatever you want, just go crazy with it. Personally, I like to play around with the color balance and just play around with these little knickknacks you see here. Maybe all your drawing needs to look better is a new color palette. Or, you know, a secret for all of us artists. If you just want your drawing to look good, just give it dramatic lighting. Just look at the difference. So much better, am I right? It's kind of crazy. I'm also realizing that some of you don't know how to do dramatic lighting, so I'll give you a quick tutorial instead. This is one of many examples. This is just one way you can elevate your art. But all you need to do is create a new layer above your drawing, set it to multiply, select a light purple maybe, and put it all over your character, like this. After that, this is where the fun part comes in. This is where you start erasing bits of the multiply layer. Basically, you're deciding your light source and where it shines on the character. After that, to give it a nice glow effect, you kind of just use an airbrush, like this. To make it even better, you can make a new layer, set it to overlay, and add it to the bright bits of the character, like this. See how easy it is? If you ever have questions or anything related to art, I do have a Discord server where you can ask a bunch of artists, and me included, a bunch of questions. And we also host Roblox events. Now, I believe that was the last tip of the day. I hope these art tips make your life easier, because personally, I wish I knew them earlier. Anyways, thanks for sticking around, and bye-bye.